In a previous video, I discussed about Michael Porter Jr. and his Nets. That video took me a week to make. Within that time frame, I saw one of the most shocking wins they have so far. They have beaten the Milwaukee Bucks by 45 points. Yes, 45 points by the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, Giannis is hurt, but it doesn't justify that lead in the slightest. Michael Porter Jr. did not even play well in this game, scoring just 12 points. So what gives? And more importantly, is it finally time to talk about the future of Giannis in the Bucks? Giannis has been in trade rumors throughout the entire offseason. It is pretty much an open secret throughout the NBA at this point. Even teams that have little chance of getting him, like the Lakers, are shooting their shots just to take Giannis. And why won't they? Giannis is a phenomenal player. While overshadowed by better players like Jokic and Shea, Giannis is still considered one of the best players in the NBA right now. Even with his age, he's not showing signs of decline. But why would he be in trade talks to begin with if he's that good? After all, wouldn't the Bucks try their hardest to keep him on their team? Well, good question. Giannis has always been in trade rumors even in the pandemic, but every time he's not happy and he's on trade rumors, the Bucks did something to make him happy and keep him off that trade rumors. Look at the time they got Drew Holiday in 2020. When they did that, that made Giannis happy, so the trade talks went away. That became clearer when they actually won the chip that year. So Giannis and trade rumors isn't the end of the world. When you're close to winning, that is. The issue is, the Bucks team is nowhere near winning. Aside from Giannis himself, the team is simply lacking in quality. Miles Turner is a good fit next to Giannis and he's a very good player. And Kevin Porter Jr. is a very solid player on a bargain contract. $5 million per year on that production is just crazy contract. But that's really it for the Bucks. What? You think Kyle Kuzma and his donuts will do anything? Ryan Rollins? I foresee Grady Dick 2.0, a player that is only good for 1 month and then fades away to obscurity. And I won't even discuss the bench of this team. In addition to all of that, the Bucks somehow got the choking duo of Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham, a duo they had for 1.5 years by now with no results to show for it. And the worst part, they still have to pay Damian Lillard $22 million a year for the next 4 years. Simply put, this team is not good enough. If Giannis is to compete, he has to get out of there, and I promise you, this time, he has no other option. Giannis is great, but I believe his presence in Milwaukee is only going to make the Bucks mid, and in the NBA, being mid is bad. Worse than being bad. The question is, what now? What would happen next? While I don't know for sure what the Bucks would do next, I do know what paths they might be able to take this season. The first path is double down. Because Giannis is still a very amazing player, the Bucks could just hold off and try to make a playoff run with him. They could do this by adding another star next to Giannis and Miles Turner. For an idea of what the Bucks could get if they try star hunting, I think they would be able to get someone like RJ Barrett. That is unlikely because
You suck!
I don't think a star would be enough, and I don't know if the Bucks have any good trade assets to pull that off anyway. The Bucks already lost a lot of their picks due to past trades. Also, while Kevin Porter Jr. has crazy value, is it worth sacrificing his cheap contract for a star player that might not even play well when he arrives in Milwaukee or gets severely injured? This team's salary is just simply too concentrated on Giannis and Dame for them to pull off another Drew Holiday. This is why the Bucks should go to two other routes instead of trying to contend. Both paths do involve trading Giannis himself. In both cases, the Bucks have indicated that they would respect Giannis and let him choose wherever he goes. That sounds dumb because it is dumb on pure numbers, but I think it makes business sense considering what happened in Texas earlier this year. As for the routes themselves, one of them includes trading Giannis for a star. Although trading for a star is difficult nowadays. Because remember, Giannis is a very good player, and the only ones worth trading for Giannis are the likes of Jokic or Tyrese Maxey. We know their teams ain't trading them ever. The only realistic ones that the Bucks could get for Giannis are people like LeBron or Kat, which are in the same salary space. However, for Giannis' value, those two are just not good enough, and to even entertain those options, they need to trade for draft picks that simply don't exist. LeBron is a Laker and Kat is a Knick. Both have limited draft capital as of today. Thus, I don't see Giannis being traded by the Bucks for a star player, and they shouldn't do this at all unless they are really desperate or they really want to kick off the tank and trade for a bad contract. Which is why I recommend Path 3. But even that has complications. Giannis explicitly wants to go to contenders, and as stated before, he wants to go to the Knicks. He flirted with them in the offseason. But the problem with that is, as stated also earlier, contenders like the Knicks already traded their draft capital to win. Thus, a third team is likely going to be involved in any scenario. This is also true for the path that gets the Bucks a star. But to even facilitate a trade like this, a contender has to give up significant assets to the team like the Wizards, and I don't know if any contender will really do that, especially contenders like the Knicks, the Lakers, or the Thunder, who are very confident of their formula as of late. Regardless, despite that hurdle, I still see that as the most likely option. That being said, I have no clue what that means yet, so I will wait until the deal is done to say anything. As of me talking, the Giannis sweepstakes are on. Everyone is now weighing their chances. I have a good feeling that this time, this trade might actually happen for real. And that's the end of the video. See you next time.